Hi everyone, this is Li Hakuxin, and today I will introduce my research project using 3D printing technology to create public facilities in the new public space. In my last presentation, I think that in the future, the rapid growth of the city will make it possible to have a clear separation between the residential areas and the commercial area, and to gradually compress the areas of the parks in the city. And the parks will change their form once again with times, I think. Um, from the garden or the parks change into public spaces from a separate area of the city. It will gradually be integrated with the area between the commercial and residential areas of the city, which could be a stretch of a road, a bridge, or a station, which I call them collectively public space. Yeah, and public space may have several functions like multifunctional facilities for different users, and it can change in the layout to suit the reality, like the COVID-19 epidemic, and it can act as a buffer zone between the city and the residential area, and environmental friendly. The materials used to make the facilities can be recycled for the next production. These are the advantages. These are the advantages for of the public space. Yeah. Um, and I have created several attachments to um, update the facilities in the parks, like bench, like the cane holder and the coffee holder and the stalker. When I was chatting to the bench users in the park, I found that many mothers holding their children reported that their children's feet sometimes got stuck in the gaps of the chairs because they moved around. So I think I did decide to design this bridge-like accessory to plug the gaps in the chairs, and the surface is slightly raised in view, as you can see in view, and also acts as a slight anti-slip attachments. Here is the actual printout. And after the last presentation, I tried to print many of them and install them on a park bench near my house. And as the weather has become colder recently, I took some time to collect feedback, and uh, I took some time to collect feedback from the elderly people and select some to be listed here. There are some key feedbacks in terms of appearance. Some people think that the color of the product is too bright and does not match the color of the bench. And in the functional slide, the pads actually it blocked the holes between the benches. As you can see, it totally blocked the gaps, which would affect the drainage function of the benches in the rain. So I think next I will try to modify the design based on user feedback and reprint a batch of them to install them in the park and collect their feedbacks. See if it gets any better. And meanwhile, as I mentioned in my previous research, I think I will try to print out the accessories directly on the bench. If this can be achieved, it will attract a lot of people's attention in the park, especially the curious children. I think which is also a kind of education for them. And I first used the combination of printing pen plus six axis robot arm, and I tried to use G code to control the robot arm to print my um, bench gaps stalker. But the printing accuracy, as you can see, is relatively low, and the multi-layer printing they are not overlap. there not be overlap. So the equipment is still in debugging, and I think I will try to increase the accuracy with the existing equipment in the next few months. Some elderly people like to support themselves by gripping the edge of the board with their hands when sitting on the bench. But the edge of the board hurts their hands, and sometimes the protruding wooden spikes can also stab them. So I wanted to print an armrest made of TPU to protect their hands, and I think this six-axis mechanical arms printing method is more suitable for printing such accessories that fit on the surface of the bench, such as this grip that allows the elderly to hold the edge of the bench more comfortably. Yeah, and the park space I envisioned should have more rich functions. And in addition to adding accessories to the existing facilities to bench, I think changing the design of the benches is also a good choice. And these two are my two conceptual ideas, both of which can maintain social distance for the user during the epidemic. The one has some plants in the middle of the bench. The user A sits here, the user B sits here, and these plants can keep the social distance from them. And this bench is where people sit on the other side of the bench with walls separating people in between to maintain the social distance. And the next research objectives is the one is make the objectives of the program more specific, and I will giving more examples. And the second one is I will improve the accuracy of the robot arm printing method. And third one is I will upgrade existing base. I will upgrade existing attachments on the user feedback. And yeah, these are the three goals I will focus on in the next few months. Thank you.